So game one in our best of three featuring Heroes of the Frat and volumeZero for Chair League Season 4 Week 8 on Cursed Hollow. I know I usually ask you this, so I'm going to keep it up. Mystic, what is your favorite ban here?
I think Ragnaros is still very strong. However, this is actually, I think, a pretty good map for Arthas because there are many choke points around the map for around the objective.
The curse,
so yeah, the curses. So Arthas can just like walk through. He puts on a slow field and he hits everything.
Right. I like Ragban here too, though, like you said, because when you Molten Core, you can pretty much interrupt the curse like nonstop. Look at this. You called both of those, man. You are on fire already.
They're so strong right now.
Right? Like, how do you not ban them at that point? You almost have to. All right, so you got that out of the way. I think I'm feeling a global right away. Like maybe a Dahaka. Being able to split soak. Holy
man.
Dude.
You're 3 for 3 right now.
Falstad Brightwing to answer. That seems a little weak right now. I would love for that to be the case, but that seems like it might not be the best at this point. What do you feeling the same?
I like the Falstad pick. I don't know about the Brightwing because I don't know. I don't like too many globals because when you overload your team with too many globals, I feel like it cuts down on the power of your team a little bit. So I think Falstad's a good choice. You can pick up another meta pick. You could just pick up the Malfurion healer, right?
Okay, yeah, that's true. I do like the Falstad here, or dare I say it, Zagaranitis.
Oh man, bringing it back. Oh, ETC Malfurion.
ETC Malf works. You have the choice to go Mosh, or you have the choice to go Stage Dive, which turns you into that global hero. So that could actually work. I know I like to prioritize ETC and Malf. I am actually wearing, on a side note, my Diablo shirt today for our Fallen Lord of Terror, who is not as popular as he used to be not too long ago, back in his heyday of like a month ago. Maybe we'll see a Diablo pick. I'm hopeful, not on this map, but there's 2 more games to go. I'm hopeful we'll get a Diablo game in tonight. Probably wishful thinking, though, huh?
Yeah. He's fallen quite out of favor, along with my favorite Archangel of Justice, Tyrael.
Tyrael, we just need to pour one out for, because that boy is not coming back anytime soon. All right, the Tassadar pick, playing Heroes of the Frat, playing pretty solid right now. Shields for days, and Avala. So 3 really. Actually, all 5 of these picks, including the bans, have been really, really solid picks. No strange things. I like the Lucio ban. Lucio is very strong, especially with a Tassadar. Lucio Tassadar is super strong. So I actually really like the Lucio ban there.
So you got a good tank. You got a good. You got a pretty good healer in Tass, and then you have Vala, pretty good DPS. Yeah, you could ban out a mage here.
Yeah, especially with volumeZero having ETC and Malfurion, right? You might as well ban a mage at that point, because they both have also have their solid healer and their warrior tank. volumeZero, I think we should probably see the solo laner next. Ooh, the Falstad ban. I like that better than the KT they were hovering. Not giving him that global choice.
Yeah, maybe they're thinking, hey, I know KT synergizes really good with Mosh, but they might want to take the global presence, so we might not have to ban the KT here, and they ban out the Falstad instead. Right.
I'd like to see maybe, man, I don't know. Thrall's a good pick. I'm trying to go through my solo laner. Zarya could work really well and give you an element of shields on the side of volumeZero to kind of complement the Malfurion, but still do good damage and be able to solo lane. Maybe even a Zera tool. The problem for Heroes of the Frat is I think we're going to see Dahaka be the solo laner, so they still need a warrior.
I think Zarya would be a good pickup here, not to strengthen your team, but to weaken theirs. If they have Vala, Tass, and Zarya, that would be... Yeah.
I like this. Yeah. I like this. Nazebo, super strong, especially post 20. In Zarya, I mean, I was already calling for a Zarya pick on the side of volumeZero, so I like both of those picks there. I think they're both solid picks. I do want to see another healer on the side of Heroes of the Frat, I think. I mean, Task can do it. Solo. If you're going to do that, though, you need to... Your other two picks have to be self-sufficient, right? Like a Thrall, a Muradin, just something that can heal themselves over time. Because Task can't be everywhere at once. And what cool shield cooldown is like 4 or 6 seconds now, right?
Yeah, you know what would be a spicy pick in this situation? An Alarak.
Ooh. I kind of like that. The silence and the pull into a Vala. Yeah.
Let's see what they go for here. They go for the Brightwing.
And a Greymane. All right. I like that. That could work too. That could synergize nicely. Brightwing giving you the ability to soak plus the extra heals. And Greymane to just pump out that damage. Especially with Cursed Bullet, man.
Yeah, Cursed Bullet does quite a bit of damage.
And Cursed Bullet into a Zarya ETC, like, it's a lot of health to chunk off. You know what I like here?
What?
A Zeratul.
Zeratul would be pretty interesting. I mean, they have tasks, so they'd be able to reveal you quite often. However, Zeratul still does pretty good damage to the backline.
Right, but Void into not Graviton Surge. Is it Graviton Surge that pulls you in? I always get them backwards.
Yes, it is Graviton Surge.
This is Void into Graviton Surge, into Zombie Wall, into Mosh Pit, into Roots, into like the Wombo is like the Wombo setup with a Void Prison here would be insanely good. Oh,
Interesting.
I tweeted out earlier, I'm seeing way more Chromie now, usually because you have 2 or 3 frontliners, which in this case we do have the ETC Zarya to protect her. This could work out really well for volumeZero. Like, I'm seeing a lot of that lately in ranked play. So this could work out really, really well. All right. But there's our drafts, and we're going to go ahead and jump into Game 1 in this best of 3, featuring the number 2 and number 3 teams in Division 2, looking to cement their place in that top-seeded bracket for the playoffs. And for volumeZero on the red team, we have Veteran Wings on the Nazebo, Rexpa on the Chromie, Sleepy Bear on Malfurion, Shy Guy on the Zarya, and Magnetic on the ETC.
And for Heroes of the Frat, we have Kyle C-Rat on the Vala, Satat on Dahaka, Verticus on Greymane, and Marvin on the Brightwing, and Tom on the Tat.
5, 4.
All right, everybody's in. Everybody's starting. I expect we'll see something very, very similar. Yep, 5-man middle.
Whoa, that Chromie shot almost hitting Vala.
Right. So close, but not quite there. And the task reveal, really showing what everybody already knew. 5-on-5 in the middle until we get into it. That zombie wall placement was nice. And Naz already heading up top lane in the 5-4 split. Dahaka burrowing into top lane as well. Tassadar heading bottom. So, starting off pretty much the same way we started off last game. Tassadar in the bottom lane. That's just going to kind of go back and forth a little bit for a while. Zarya looking to build her shields off of the turrets. I mean, it's the early laning phase. I don't think we're going to see too much happen again until we get closer to the first curse.
Yeah.
I do expect to see Brightwing try to get a better, get that bribe this time again around as well.
Nazebo having a lot more stacks this time around for his spiders.
Oh, excellent for yes. That works out well for Nazebo. But we still see the same thing going on in the bottom. Actually, no, we see Zarya pushing in a little harder on Task this time around. But we still do see top lane Dahaka pushing in a little harder on the Nazebo. Dahaka's pretty low, though, because, like you said, Nazebo getting a little bit better stack on his spiders this time around.
Oh, this is actually a big point here. If Dahaka uses his Brush Stalker to go back top lane, he might not have it for when the tribute spawns.
I expect him to walk because we do have Brightwing in the top lane. However, we, this time around, see ETC and Chromie picking up their bottom lane Siege Giants. Mouth soaking middle solo, and Dahaka just now going over with Greymane onto their top lane Siege Giants for Heroes of the Frat. So this tribute shaping up a little bit differently than the first time around. It did spawn in the same location, though. But because of Dahaka needing to be and Brightwing soaking the top lane, the composition in the bottom lane is a little bit different this time around. Looks like Chromie tried to get it. Dahaka brush stalkering in. Everything interrupting everybody. Damage going out. Dahaka is burrowed in, but Greymane doing a lot of damage to that back line right now.
Yeah, Vala getting in all these pot shots.
Oh, that chunk damage coming out from Chromie, though. Yes, and Vala in deep, just throwing out multi-shots, auto attacks, and her Q. ETC diving in deep, and Dahaka goes down first. First blood going over to volumeZero.
And keep in mind, Nazebo is still soaking up top lane.
Nazebo is soaking top lane. Oh, Greymane deleted by that Chromie attack. Nazebo soaking gives them about, let's say, a third of a level lead right now between the kill and Nazebo soaking top lane. But Dahaka already back up there. And Nazebo was still contesting with these two giants pushing top lane, where bottom lane giants not getting nearly as much value as top lane giants. So Heroes of the Frat a little bit ahead on that point of view, but sevens are going to hit for both teams relatively quickly.
And I don't expect any more action to really happen unless another tribute spawns.
I agree. Level 7s are out, though. We do see Mouth going cleanse. Full-on spider build for Nazebo, and that is probably the best placement that Heroes of the Frat could have hoped for. But volumeZero getting there really early. Greymane Vala could be in trouble here.
Oh, Chromie, a little bit too far forward.
Chromie getting chunked down. That'll be the end of Malfurion. If ETC had slid Vala and Greymane in that choke point, that fight would have been completely different.
And in the mid lane, we have the duel of the shields right now. Oh, Tassadar getting a little bit caught out here in the mid lane. Oh, he gets temporal looped.
This could be bad. That is a dead Tassadar. The power of Chromie with that 2-level talent lead, right?
Yeah, Chromie gets her ultimate very early. And third tribute is spawning.
Spawning in a great place for volumeZero, especially with the kills going on. But they really need to clear that camp out. They're going to take a lot of damage on that front wall. Maybe not. They don't really have a minion spawn to push with it. Dahaka taking a bunch of damage right away. In kind of a bad spot here, but still going in
straight
deep.
For that Chromie.
I mean, I get it, right? Chromie is clearly going to be the one doing the damage.
Walla in the back line
now
at volumeZero.
This is a weird split. Vala is going down, even though she was cleansed. Dahaka going down, but Tassadar able to pick up that curse. This might be the end of Greymane, though. No, Greymane's getting out. Is he gonna? He's not greedy. I was worried he was gonna get greedy and try and jump that mouth that was pretty low there, but no. Smart move, Greymane. Get out of there. Live to fight another day. And we are back down to the Battle of the Shields in the bottom lane. 2 curses to 1 curse. Level 10 has been activated for, oh man. For volumeZero, level 10 now achieved for Heroes of the Frat. Nothing really jumps out at me. Everybody looks like they stayed with the standard stuff. Graviton Surge is what we do get. Although, alright, I know Gargantuan was buffed. And we do have a curse spawning right dead center in the middle, or in the bottom lane rather. But I feel like in a team like this with the comp you have, the other one I'm totally going.
Ravenous.
Yeah, Ravenous
I think
Spirit would have been better. Yeah. All right, so volumeZero has to stop this. They can't let Curse go over because with both teams so even, Curse going over here could be disastrous for them. Dahaka burrowing in the back line after a Twilight Dream goes out. Dahaka is pretty low. Nazebo.
The Mosh,
Nazebo
maybe?
did. Nazebo did arrive because he did. Oh, one man Mosh interrupted almost immediately by Vala. ETC going down. Gargantuan trying to do work, and we are going to get a Greymane kill from Zarya. Ooh. Damn, she was so low, and she deleted that Vala. I thought for sure Chromie was dead there, but she time looped Vala and then just crushed it. But they're still fighting over this curse. And it's still curse point for Heroes of the Frat. So really, you know, volumeZero needs to get another kill or do something to push Heroes of the Frat off of this defense. ETC finally coming in.
Oh, they're just going straight in here. Expulsion Zone coming out.
Dahaka goes down.
And now Furion channeling the tribute.
So they got the trib, but here's the thing, right? Top lane, fort down. The mercenaries top lane, the siege giants, able to kill that top lane fort. So curse point for next curse. We're definitely getting a curse. Both teams are 12. We have about half a level lead on the side of volumeZero. Both teams just kind of roaming around, getting their camps, painting the maps, their respective colors, blue and red. Do we have a boss attempt here? We do. Here's the Frat bossing right away, along with picking up their bruiser camp to push mid lane. And volumeZero hasn't scouted
coming down,
out.
sniffing this out.
Possibly, he is looking for it. Here's the Frat backing out and looking to maybe engage on the back line of volumeZero, but no, backing completely out. And here comes the tribute, and oh, dear Lord, that is a good place for a tribute for volumeZero.
Oh, we got the double globals coming in on the back line. Chromie narrowly dodges that tongue.
Chromie's taking a lot of damage, though, and ETC is cut off from the rest of his team. This could be disastrous.
Adaptation being popped. And oh, Dahaka goes down.
Dahaka does go down.
Well, Chromie steps a bit too far forward, goes down as well. Nice ice block by Nazebo.
Zero man mosh is what we're gonna go with there. And we do have, wow, there's still this fight is kind of getting ugly. They are trying to pick off that Brightwing, and they may succeed. Yes, Brightwing does go down, so it is 2 for 2, and the damage still coming out.
Greymane and Vala trying to DPS through that Zarya shield, but it is too hefty. Nice tongue grabs out the ETC kill.
Orb's still up, but 4-man versus 2. I'm not sure you guys are getting this, and we do have 13s for both teams, and Curse going over to Heroes of the Frat. Where are they going to push first?
Yeah, both teams fighting tooth and nail for these tributes.
Vala is top lane, but it doesn't look like she's going to push in there. We do have Tassadar and Dahaka mid lane taking out a cannon. Greymane Brightwing have rotated down bottom, clearing the wave that was pushing on Heroes of the Frat's bottom fort. And
Oh,
now,
Tass is a little bit caught out here. Gets slid.
I think he's still got his E, though.
He has no mana for it.
That's a good point. Ooh, now
Adaptation
Dahaka
being popped.
caught.
That was good. That was good. He might have died there otherwise. Now, I'm gonna say that last fight was won because they took out the Chromie. This Chromie has been doing so much damage to Heroes of the Frat's backline.
I would agree. I would agree. Curse is over, and we do have Heroes of the Frat grabbing their boss immediately. But at the same time, up top, we have volumeZero grabbing their boss. And I expect neither team is going to invade the other. So we're going to see two bosses counter-pushing each other. I kind of want Nazebo to push with the volumeZero boss. Oh, and that Brightwing bribe invade on the bottom Siege Giants, taking that away from volumeZero. That was a great move. I approve.
And here's the Frat send their highest DPSer, Vala, to clear out the boss as fast as she can.
And Heroes of the Frat backing out now. Not willing to go in on 4 members of volumeZero. They just back out and say, all right, it's cool. We don't need this. We'll let you clear, boss. Vala's still top lane. Both teams do have their 16s.
Yeah.
I just noticed this.
The tributes right now really favor volumeZero, and since they're on even levels, that might be the thing to get them to swing to win this game.
But Greymane went go for the throat.
I think go for the throw is actually the correct choice here, in my opinion, because it does allow him that burst damage on that Chromie or the Malfurion.
Okay.
The Cursed Bullet, while it is good, it's more a burst damage, but it's more over time. Like, you have to do your whole comp.
Oh, this could be a dead Greymane again.
Well, Greymane just
barely getting out of that. Zarya taking a ton of damage. So we still have Giants pushing top lane for Heroes of the Frat again, while 5-man versus 5-man is going on mid lane. And there's the curse, and it's going to be on Heroes of the Frat side. This is what they needed in this case, right? They don't really want to have to deal with volumeZero being on their side of the map, because then they have to give up that curse. But here, volumeZero is not even going to contest, just saying, yeah, it's yours, take it. We have Nazebo and Zarya up top trying to clear out your Giants that you have pushing. We have Malfurion soaking bottom, and you just picked off my Chromie mid lane. That's what I get for checking the rest of the map.
Yeah, that Chromie getting caught out is a big deal. It relieves so much pressure off of Heroes of the Frat.
No, absolutely. And Heroes of the Frat can just push in, take at least this wall, and maybe possibly the keep if they want to. Dahaka looking for a tongue. Did not get it.
Adaptation.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about diving if he could get a tongue target. And Rage Penguin agreeing with you. 1 tank, tons of squish. Go for the throat every time. Oh, I would. You know, I really want to say this tribute is on volumeZero's side. I'm not sure it is. Because, like, their lanes are so far pushed in that I'm not sure I could call this their side of the map, you know? I want to.
They're going to try to go for it or try to stop it. Yeah, the Chromie gets there in time. Gets a huge damage.
Dahaka picking up ETC. 2-man mosh pit, but both targets getting knocked out a little bit by the Zarya expulsion zone. And we have a 1-for-1. Greymane going down at the cost of ETC. Not sure that's the trade you want to be making. Zarya is good, but Zarya doesn't have that level of CC that ETC does.
Up by the zombie wall
that
and the root.
Damage, though. Wow. That's going to be a dead Tassadar, and possibly they might pick up the rest. Nope.
Scary, scary scooters.
Somebody needs to grab that. There you go. There you guys go. Grab the curse.
Oh, man.
Nope. Ice block. It was a good ice block by Brightwing to save himself, or herself, I guess. Brightwing is a female dragon. Dahak had taken all sorts of damage, and the 4-man, volumeZero, just pushing in, taking this fort, and looking to get kills at the same time.
Oh, Brightwing.
Brightwing's so
Almost goes down.
low. I think. Oh, that
last sandblast.
That sandblast distance was crazy. I didn't think she was gonna be able to reach that Brightwing. But red team pushing volumeZero, pushing that bottom lane really hard here. Vala and Greymane trying to defend, but Vala rooted and damage comes out to end her life. We do have level 20s picked up for volumeZero. This could spell game here. Another pick at the wrong time, and we could see the end of the game. Look at that task going down here. Level 20s with this kind of advantage. You get bottom. Oh, that's a dead Greymane. Goodbye, Greymane, and I believe this will be game. Brightwing is up and Dahak is up. That's not going to be enough to defend this. And this should be game number 1 going over to volumeZero. But let's see. Malfurion and Dahaka doing, or I'm sorry, Dahaka and Brightwing doing what they can, but it is not going to be enough. That core is dropping ever so fast. Mosh Pit, zoning Mosh Pit. I recognize that as an ETC player, and that is going to be game number 1 in our best of 3 going over to volumeZero.